extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, but the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. It's Nicholson. Catch in the middle. It's small. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Texas A&M's offense will take the field for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snags it over the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They're going back to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's loose. Touchdown, Aggies! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They went 3 and out on their their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air. It's Nicholson. Quickly complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On the run, it's Barmore.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll leave it with him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hill. There he goes. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
On the move. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air on first down. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's York. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. Punt is on its way. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Man down on the play is... take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Nicholson. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Oh, they're after him! And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Hold. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Using his legs at screen. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
What a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
On the move, it's Barmore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the counter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Nicholson. Bringing the heat. Under fire. Wide open downfield. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Working that left side. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Here we go. Run in the red zone, it's Barmore. Fights off the defender. And he's knocked down in the backfield, but man, how many tackles did he escape before he was finally brought down? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And and decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Looking for room. It's Hill. Hard running there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to the R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Got enough for the 1st. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Makes the catch. It's Torres. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success, and now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They just keep firing. Fakes to grab. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Aggies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Here comes the heat. Working the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Looking for a man. It's Nicholson. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. He's taking the shot. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. He's got it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Right on the money. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second and 10, he'll throw again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Execution by this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And a standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Going to the run to start this second half. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Pulls it in. It's Hill. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Walters. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They'll give it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Back to throw, it's Nicholson. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barmore. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Horned Frogs are on the move. They're going to run it. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none. As he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the... They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. They'll run it. Powers through the defender. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 20.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Under fire. Fires downfield. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his tight end.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Makes a grab past the marker. Turning it on. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Walters. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard. So there he goes. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Horned Frogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Nicholson. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen passes, it just never developed. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one match.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to the ground game on the left. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Fires on the move. Connection to the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The give from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
The screen game for this offense, man, it's a feel thing, like when to call it and when you can anticipate somebody being aggressive, and they pick the right time, man. They hit the defense, 3rd down, big play, slip it right behind the linebackers, make the play and get the 1st down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Here's the pressure. At midfield, he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the 1st down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the...
Touchdown, Aggies! The offense cashing it in on that drive. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had... way they just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job. around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying.
Lots of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Flips it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
They booted away on 4th down. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Working that left side now. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Texas A&M going up tempo. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Still looking on the move. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Right on target this time. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason.